Hey, KD is little when it got to be reassuring and refreshing when having somebody like Keontae coming up there to take the load off your shoulder, so you don't have to do as much as you have to do.
Yeah, it was great seeing the ball go in. I texted him before Temple and told him all the open shots you get, just shoot. You know, if they good shots, just let them go. And they didn't go in at Temple, but they went in today. And he was in the gym last night getting shots up on the gun. And when you work hard, the results will show.
This was statistically the best performance of DeAndre's Memphis career. What did you make of what he did? And Penny was telling us, I guess you two met with him and the staff yesterday. But what did you make of how DeAndre responded, it seems, to what Penny was telling y'all?
Yeah, he caught us in the office, me and DeAndre, and ripped us, challenged us and told us, you know, in order for to get to where we want to, y'all guys got to, meet my challenge. And I'm proud of DeAndre just because the last two games he's been able to stay on the floor, and when he stay on the floor, he can dominate. I think some games he fall out with 10 minutes to go and still have like 15 and 7 or something. And, like that's a lot of minutes out there that you're not out there. So I'm just happy that, he dominated. Like we know he can do that. So he met Coach Challenge today, but we need to meet it all year.
Hey, KD, does it help you to get more of your shots when Keontae or Williams is getting off? Does it free you up a little bit? Because I know lately you've been double and sometimes triple team on a regular basis. Does it help when someone else is getting off like that?
Yeah, just because you got to respect it then, like you just have to respect it once. Dang, Junior, you can't do the mic like that, man. It just help you when, somebody else get going just because then they not going to stay at home as much, and they not going to believe like, dang, I got to get out there. He done made two, and then that opened it up for me. So it's always great seeing your other teammates just get off.
I'm just asking Kendric about your performance. It's the most points you've ever scored at Memphis, tied for your career high in rebounds. I don't know what it was like at some of those games in Evansville. I was looking at the numbers where you had big performances, but did this feel like your best performance at Memphis? Like, how would you describe what it was like out there for you?
Yeah, I felt like it was one of my best performances. I just before the game, I kind of dedicated this game to Chris Simmons, who passed away, my trainer, and I was just had him on my mind the whole time, and I was gonna go out there and give it my all the whole game, and that's exactly what I did. He was watching over me, so and coach challenged me as well, so I had a lot of firepower to come out there and do what I was supposed to do.
With Penny yesterday, was it, I don't know, were you surprised by what he said? Were you, or like, was it like how you said it was motivating? Like, what was it? Describe the conversation to me.
Well, no, he just, brought us two leaders in there and just told us exactly what we needed to do for us to continue to win and be successful as a team in this conference. And he challenged us both mentally and physically to just, take our level to another level.
Cincinnati is Sunday, so like it's a big game. Is that like what's the thought? Where's the headspace at going into that game?
Basically, we just got to go out there and go get that win. We know we need that win, and it's going to be a hostile environment. It's Cincinnati. It's always hard to go there and beat them on their home court, but it's going to be a fun game. Just go play against my former teammate in Landers, and I got a good group of guys with me, good coaching staff. I know we can go out there and handle business.
I was going to say, Kendrick, you've played against Landers before. DeAndre, you have not. So do you guys feel like he'll have some extra juice?
Yeah, it's always like that. Tyler had his juice to come here, so I'm pretty sure Landers is. I wasn't here, so I don't know the story or whatnot. But, anytime you do it, because when I play SMU, I'm going to have that same juice. That's just, human nature. Like, even if even if the relationship ended good or bad, you just still, like, them practice wars they probably done had, well, talking, and we know he gonna be ready to play, so we gotta just meet that energy. They got a great home crowd. It's hard to play there, and especially hard to win there. So with a little extra motivation he gonna have, we're gonna have to meet that.
Hey, Williams, this was one of your games that you weren't demonstrative like you normally are. You even had a foul overturned. It's almost like it was like a business-like thing. You just went in, did your job, and went home. Because I looked up and, you actually got the foul reversed. I was shocked that they got it done.
Yeah.
So was that related to what you decided to do, to do whatever to take on the floor, or was that contributed to what you had to talk with Penny this week?
It was both. I just knew I had to go out there and handle business. And my mentality was to just be laser focused on what I got to do, and that's rebound and make winning plays for my teammates. And that's what I did all game.
Question for both of y'all on what you said earlier about, that meeting with Penny where he challenged you guys to up your game. Both of y'all playing at an all-conference level, averaging nearly 20 points. What does that next gear look like? What are some things that you think you can do, or what are some things that Penny said you could do to kind of take that next step, as you said?
Well, I'd say the next level for us as leaders, we just got to make sure everybody is in position to be successful. And that's defensively, offensively, just communicating and making sure we all on the same page. And we have that, ability to, keep this team in order and do what we got to do to, stay one of the top teams in this conference. And that's our goal.
Do you feel like at times that order has not slid, but kind of wavered?
Well, sometimes it do wavers because we human. We're not perfect. We make mistakes, but the thing is you have to bounce back and learn from your mistakes, and that's what we learned as the season go.
DeAndre in the back.
Yep.
What has the addition of Joey Dorsey meant to you and the other big guys?
Oh, it's humongous. Just to have Dorsey just out there giving us little nuggets and knowledge from where he played. And he's just a big-time person. Give me a lot of, different tools and tricks to use out there. He helped KO out in the bigs. And he's just a humongous addition to this program, being here in Memphis and winning and going to national championship games. So he helps us out a lot.
DeAndre, I noticed you after all these games. You're mingling with the fans. You make sure to, they see it. How much are you savoring all this? I mean, you've been in, you're 26 years old. You've been here a long time. This has been a long journey for you. Like, how much are you savoring this run here? This last run or whatever you want to call it.
I'm savoring every moment because it's a blessing just to be here. I think back in my old life, like I would never thought I would be in this position. So, a lot of people talk about my age, but the story I've been through, like, a lot of people that would have been in my shoes wouldn't have made it, and so I'm humble as possible, and I love every moment. So I'm just taking it all in and, making sure I bring a championship back to this city, and that's one of my goals. Yeah. No, it don't bother me because I chose, to stay here. I could have left, but I love this city and I love the fan base, and like I said, I just want to bring a championship to this city and leave my mark here.
DeAndre, you mentioned Chris being on your mind earlier. After he came back from Kentucky, how long did you guys overlap, and had you been seeing him a bit lately? And just what did he mean to you?
Oh, he meant a lot, man. Chris was an amazing guy. He was funny, outgoing. Every time you was around him, you just smiled and you was happy. And he did his job for the city, for the team. He helped us out in every aspect, man. He was one of the greatest trainers I ever, had. And so I had him on my mind this whole game, and, it gave me an extra boost to go out there and do what I had to do for my team. I was with Chris for a year, my first year here. Yeah.
Question for both, either or. Obviously, a win is a win, and you guys, finished strong. But is there a concern level with the slow starts, and what do you attribute that to, if so?
No, I mean, we know it's something we got to fix because every game going to be different, but I don't think we started out slow at Temple. I mean, depending on what you call starting out slow, but yeah, I mean, every game is different, but yeah, we do got to come, especially on our home floor, we got to bring a little more energy a little earlier, get the crowd into it, way earlier, and they were part of the reason why we done won some games, so we're just trying to repay them, bring a show, and I think anytime you play here, I played on both sides at SMU and here. I mean, it's fun playing here for the opposing team, too. How many teams finna play in the NBA arena? Once, this a dream come true to them. So we got to meet that intensity. For us, it just feel like, it's our home court, play here all the time. But, sometimes you got to take in consideration this other team, this a lifetime opportunity, and they finna try to make the most of it. And we got to meet that.